Hi folks, welcome to AI Enable with Sanjay Chouhan. So in this series of mathematics for machine learning, today we'll discuss unit vector. The unit vector is a very important concept in machine learning. It's used widely throughout the machine learning. We'll see how it's used in the later videos in the machine learning series. But here we'll discuss what is unit vector and how we get unit vector. Basically, unit vector is a special case of vector. So stay tuned. A unit vector is a vector whose length or magnitude is 1. So if there is a vector P whose L2 norm is equals to 1, then the vector P is a unit vector. So L2 norm is the magnitude, right? So if the magnitude is equals to 1, then it's a unit vector. Suppose the vector P is 0, 1. So x component is 0 and the y component is 1. So this is our the vector P. And if you calculate the L2 norm, it will be square root of 0 square plus 1 square, which is going to be equals to 1, right? So the L2 norm is equals to 1. That means the vector P is a unit vector. So the unit vector is a vector whose magnitude or the length is 1. We can get a unit vector of given any vector, we can get the unit vector. Okay? Basically, let's suppose we have vector A and we can get the unit vector A cap. Okay, to represent unit vector, we use this cap symbol instead of arrow. So this represent a unit vector. This is the original vector A, and this is the calculated unit vector. The unit vector will have direction same as A, and it will have magnitude of 1. So our vector A was something like this, right? It was 1 comma 2, starting from 0 0. It was like this. Okay, and the L2 norm of vector A was square root of 5. That means it was something more than 2 point something, right? It was something like 2 point something. So this was the L2 norm of this vector. That means it's not an unit vector, but we can get a unit vector which will have the same direction, but it will have the magnitude of 1. So this will be the unit vector A cap, right? It will be smaller than this vector, but it will have the same direction. So to get the unit vector, we use the vector A and we use the L2 norm of that vector. Basically, we divide each component of the vector with the L2 norm. So you calculate the L2 norm and then divide each component. So our vector A was 1, 2, right? And the L2 norm of vector A was root 5. So our unit vector will be 1 by root 5, 2 by root 5. So this is our unit vector A, which is a unit vector for uh, vector A. Okay, this is unit vector A. Okay. So you can see how the L2 norm of this unit vector is going to be equals to 1. So you can calculate that, verify it. So this is the L2 norm. Basically, we need to take square of each component and then sum them up and then take a square root of whole thing, right? So 1 by root 5 square plus 2 by root 5 square, then take a square root of whole thing. So 1 by root 5 square is going to be 1 by 5 plus 2 by root 5 square is going to be 4 by 5. And if you sum them up, it's going to be 5 by 5 and this 1, right? And the square root of 1 is 1. So you can see that this is our unit vector. This is a unit vector, and this will have the same direction as A, and this will have a magnitude of 1. Unit vector are very useful in machine learning. We'll see how it's used, but it's a very useful concept for machine learning. Thanks for watching. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment. See you next time.